minor blues, clip of me playing on it first, and you'll get a play along and some tips after you watch this. Tip number one for the keen-eyed amongst you, your scale positions anyway, you might notice that I'm actually not playing in D minor because I've tuned down to D. I'm playing to shift that because I've tuned down a tone to D. I need to now play an E minor, so I'm playing a tone above the track. Why? Well, that really helps with string bending. If you're playing for a long time, it can help with fatigue. If you tune to pitch, sometimes if you're using heavier gauge strings, you put a lot of tension on the fingers. So I like playing for a long time. You get lots of work done if you play for hours, lots of practice. So I would recommend that. Tune down to D. It's maybe not quite as stable. If you're using very light strings, you can get into trouble with that. Pitch tends to be sort of better with holding pitch when you tune down with heavier strings. A lot of the metal guys who are into the low detuned riff stuff use heavy strings, but for this, you're fine with nines, tune down and then play in E minor. But I'm going to talk you through it in D minor, and then you can make the choice playing D minor in pitch if you're using a tune and you're in pitch. So let's start with the scale. I'm playing pretty predictably the D minor blues scale. Let's talk you through that. I'm going to play low E string root 10th fret, and then we're going to play 13th on the low E, A string 10, 11 and 12. Most of you probably know this, but let's make some room for beginners here. 10 and 12 on the D string, and that completes the octave. So you've got low E string 10, 13, A string 10, 11, 12 and D string 10, 12. Not really going to do too much solo in there because we're in the low octave, but you want to get that sound in your ear, the sound of the scale. Okay, so second octave, once we get to that D then on the D string, D note at 12th, we're going to play G string, 10, 12 and 13. You hear that blue note then. Yeah, get used to that. And we're going to not play 3 notes in a row here like we did at G, A flat, A. We're playing G, A flat, and then the A goes onto the B string at 10th. So take you through that second octave again. 12 on the D string, 10, 12, 13 on the G. B string is 10, 13, and high E string is 10 and 13. I'm also using the minor scale, which is adding a few notes in here, adding in the 2 there on the low E string, which is fret 12 on the low E string in between the root and the minor third of the blues scale. We also add in, you can play that flat 5, but we also add in the flat 6 for the natural minor scale. So that would be same 10, 12, 13. Okay, then 10, 12 on the D string. We can use this finger in here and play the 9th again there in the key of D. That's an E obviously, and we're playing 9, 10, 12, and you mix it in with the blue notes when you're phrasing, play minor scale runs and stuff. So the full scale on screen there, we've got on the B string there, 10, we put a note in, again that's the flat 6, we put that in at 11th, and then 13, so you've got that, and then we put the second, the 9th of the scale in between, so you've got this minor full scale. You know, we obviously want to sort of move that around the fingerboard. You see me doing that fluidly. You know, I play minor scale runs as well as the minor blues sound. You know, we want to kind of be able to prioritize different scales and different sounds to achieve, you know, an interesting effect.
Internalizing time and pulse is hugely important if you're going to be a good performer. I think a lot of people are conning themselves when they're using play-alongs. They're just sort of dumping against the track and not really getting in the groove and, you know, actually really feeling time. Great way to do that is to foot tap and actually practice the sequence without a backing track. That's so important. I think it's overlooked these days because we're all backing track mad, and I'm providing one here, so guilty of. But you know, I learned to play many moons ago in those long gone days when we didn't have the internet and backing tracks, and I did get some actually. I remember getting a few, but I'm making them myself. But what I did most of the time was tap my foot and just internalize pulse, so you get your beat subdivisions together. Check out this little clip, and I would recommend you do something like this. You can have a bit of fun with it, and just practice the form. Song, you don't have to sing, but it's a good idea. You don't need to be an awesome singer to enjoy doing it anyway. Alright, so internalize, look at this little clip here about internalizing pulse. Okay? You ain't nothing but a hound dog. You've been crying all the time. You ain't nothing but no hound dog. You've been crying all of the time. You ain't never caught no rabbit, yeah. You ain't no friend of mine. You ain't nothing but no hound dog, yeah. You've been crying all of the time. Nothing but no hound dog. You've been crying all of the time. Yeah, 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 yeah. You ain't never caught no rabbit. No, you ain't no friend of mine. They said you were high class. Well, that was just a lie. Yeah. They said you were high class. Yeah, yeah. That was just a fucking lie. You were never gonna run it. Metaphor. You ain't no friend of mine. Yeah. We can also take a more academic approach and count bars 1, 2, 3, 4, bar 2, 2, 3, 4, bar 3, 2, 3, 4, bar 4, 2, 3, 4, bar 5, so on around the sequence. So let's count our way around the 12 bar. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 3, 4. 4, 2, 3, 4. 5, 2, 3, 4. 6, 2, 3, 4. 7, 2, 3, 4. 8, 2, 3, 4. 9, 2, 3, 4. 10, 2, 3, 4. 11, 2, 3, 4. 12. Maybe a little bit more academic to count your way around, but if you're not going to sing, maybe you can just do that, okay? But make sure you're tapping your foot and really working on your feeling in terms of where everything is sitting. So you need to do that away from the backing track as well as have fun with the track, okay?
If you want some tips on technique and time feel, because it's seriously important to develop your approach to playing on these things, so check out the link to a preview of it anyway, and you can have a look at that. I would highly recommend. I would, because it's me, but not just that, it's good. Okay, good luck. Leave comments, share, like the page or whatever, my channel, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. Send me money, flowers, chocolate, whatever stuff, beer, brandy, balloons, anything. Don't send me anything, send me good stuff, not anything. Guitars, why did I think of that first? Send me guitars.